That is for Deen al-Islam, religion with Allah since time began. That is for dhikr, remembering Allah, and Ra is for the month of Ramadan. Oh, Ramadan. That is for zakat, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need. Sa is for salamun alaykum, peace be with you, wa alaykum assalam.
Nothing ever happens by chance. Really.
Now they don't know your name. They will see your game. Turn the dark to light. Answer the call. No one can stop your shine. The world
Focus on the destination and not the journey or where you're from. Never ever settle. Make big moves from your small space.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are welcome to your program, our program. This program that I've been hearing since the beginning of the Ramadan is all about zakat and waqf. Today we are looking on how to improve zakat collection and distribution. The Hamil Zakat, the Zakat administrator, is an important role, has important role to play in the zakat collection and distribution. It is a responsibility assigned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to whoever wants to be part of zakat administration. And that's why if we go to Quran 9, verse 103, you will see where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when he said, Us min amwalihim sadaqah. Take zakat from them. So there are supposed to be people who goes out to collect zakat from those who are qualified to pay zakat. So it is an important position that we need people who are very honest and trustworthy to occupy in zakat institution. To improve zakat collection and distribution, Amil has so many roles to play. The first and foremost is for him to ensure proper propagation of zakat to the elite, those who have the means to pay zakat. The Muslim Ummah needs to know that zakat needs to be paid. Zakat is a top pillar of Islam, so he needs to make sure that all the wealthy Muslims who probably will fall in the realm of zakat payment are duly informed. And what is going to be the zakat items, all items that they need to pay zakat on, he needs to let them know that you need to pay zakat on this and that. It's not all the items that we have to pay zakat on. There are some that we are using for personal use that are exempted from payment of zakat. However, he needs to be able to explain and to his best of ability ensure that the wealthy Muslims are well informed about items that need zakat. The items that they need to pay zakat on. This can be done through various approaches. There are times you need to organize seminars organize workshops. At times, we need to go on media, social media, or other media to ensure that the wealthy people are well informed about the importance of payment of zakat. So it's important for Hamil Zakat, the administrator of zakat, to carry information about zakat to those who are supposed to pay the zakat. Another important thing that zakat administrator needs to do to improve zakat collection is to let the payer of zakat know what is the rate of zakat that need to be paid on certain items. What is common is 2.5% that all of us are used to. However, the rate of zakat differ depending on the items. We have zakat that you pay just 2.5%. We have some items that you pay as much as 5%. There are some items that you pay as much as 7.5%. And there are some items that you still go ahead and pay as much as 10%. As a matter of fact, there are some items that you need to pay 20% of the zakat. So all these zakat army need to know and be able to explain the zakat payer. Number 3 that the army zakat needs to know is to be able to present the zakat collected to the public. You should be able to ensure that all the items of zakat that's been collected are properly recorded. They are recorded and they are being kept before the distribution. The issue ensure that as quickly as possible, all the zakat proceeds are distributed to the rightful beneficiaries. But in an attempt to distribute to the rightful beneficiary, he must make sure that proper record, proper analysis of the applicant are taken care of so that zakat will go to the rightful beneficiary at the end of the day. Another important thing that we need to do to improve zakat distributions and zakat collection and distribution is to make sure that the proper record has been kept is being used from time to time to remind the zakat payers that your zakat payment will be due on so-so date. Your zakat payment will be due on so-so date. And we should be able to assist the zakat payer to be sure that all his assets are proper taken care of. And when asking for the zakat from the zakat payers, we should not be greedy to say he should pay the zakat from the best of his item. And we should equally not encourage the zakat payer to use the worst of his item or some items that are inferior to pay the zakat. We should be in between. Encourage them to use items that are okay, but not necessarily the best of their items. For example, if you are collecting zakat of a cow and you're supposed to pick one out of the number of cows that the zakat payer want to pay, you now decide to choose the best, the one that the zakat payer loves most. No, you should pick the one that is in between the best and the worst, not to go ahead and say you must use this. We should allow the zakat payers to use his criteria, to use his decision to say this is the one I want to use to pay the zakat. We equally need to make payment option very easy for the zakat payers. We should make sure that we have various forms of payments. For example, those that will pay with bank transfer, we should be able to allow them to do that. Those that will use POS to pay, we should be able to allow them to pay. Those who want to pay cash, we should allow them to pay cash. Those who want to pay items, we should allow them to pay with the items of their choice. All this will make it easy for the zakat payer to pay, and thereby there will be improvement in what we are collecting as zakat. We should equally have time to interact with the zakat payers as well as zakat beneficiaries, to know their feelings, to get feedback from them from what we are doing. It is not to say you have collected zakat and the next time you are going to see your zakat payer is next year. No. As we are collecting zakat and we are distributing the zakat, we need to properly inform them how their zakat is being used, the impact their zakat is making in the society. We should let them know so that they will be encouraged to pay more. So it is the responsibility of Amil Zakat to ensure that we give appropriate information in a manner that the zakat payer would love to have it. This is the day of social media. Not everybody go on social media, but most youth are there. So we should have a way of reaching out to the youth who are zakat payers on the social media via social media. There are some people that will go on print media. We should equally have a way of going to print media and make sure the information is given to them. And there are some people that you need to go and see physically to let them have information about how the zakat given is being used. So we need to go there as well to make sure that they are properly being informed. So there are so many responsibilities on the Amil Zakat to improve the zakat. Last but not the least is to safeguard all the items of zakat collected. We don't just allow them to be wasting away. There are some items of zakat collected before distribution. There is nothing wrong for you to quickly invest them and get more so that the zakat you are going to pay will be more. Even if you are going to distribute in the next 1 month, there are still investment that is halal and is safe that you can quickly put this money. You can invest with all our Islamic banks that are there. Just call them to say, okay, I'm saving this. I will collect it in 1 month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks when you will need the money. You don't just leave the money in the bank. So we are going to pause here until when we'll be discussing another topic. I hope to see you next time when we'll have opportunity of taking on another topic. I wish you all the best of Ramadan. May Allah accept all our work and reward us beyond our expectations. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره وشره من الله والبعث بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم